Hey everybody, it's Bill Vencil from Chords of Orion. Hey, I've had a couple of questions about how I mix bass tones into ambient guitar tracks. So I thought I would take this track from my latest album, Vision, called Leaves of Life, and kind of dissect it and demonstrate how I got the bass tone for that particular track. So let's just talk about how I started with the actual song itself. I basically used a TC Electronic Ditto looper to record a low-end drone on my regularly tuned guitar, and then I essentially played a lead on top of it. So let's listen to that. So let me go ahead a little bit. Here we go. Okay, kind of nice. Had the vibe I was looking for, but I really wanted a heavier bass tone to the entire track. So what I decided to do was make a copy of the audio track. So original audio track was in Loop Guitar 1 in that channel of Logic Pro 10. I just made a copy, Control C, Control V, or Command C, Command V if you're on the Mac, and copied that audio region into another channel called bass. Let me just let you hear it. It is the same. Here's Loop Guitar 1. Here's bass. After I turn the effects off, there we go. Okay, so the same audio, two different channels in my DAW. And then what I did to really accentuate the bass in the second channel was to simply use an equalizer, a single band EQ that comes with Logic Pro 10. Many different pieces of DAW software have a similar capability. What I did was set it up as a high cut and select 190 Hertz as the frequency. So in this particular EQ, everything above 190 Hertz is going to be cut. So I'm going to go ahead and play the channel, solo it, and let you hear it with the EQ off and on. Here is the channel with the EQ off. Here is the channel with the EQ on. Off, on. So as you can hear, the EQ really isolates the lower frequencies and gets rid of everything above it. I then decided to add a reel-to-reel tape saturation plugin. I'm using the Kramer plugin from Waves, but there are any number of different tape saturation plugins if you don't have the Waves plugin. So let's go ahead and listen to what that does to the sound. Oh yeah. So that really adds a lot of fatness and emphasizes the low end. Let's listen to that again. Love it. And then finally, what I decided I needed was a little bit of stereo spread. So I wanted a wider signal. So again, I used the out-of-the-box Logic Pro 10 plugin. If you're using a different piece of software, most of the more popular recording packages have stereo imaging plugins. So let's go ahead and listen to that. On and off. And on. So you can hear it's pretty subtle, but it does widen out the tone a little bit. All right, so that got me my bass end, and once I did that, I decided that I needed to drop a little bit of the low end out of the original Loop Guitar 1 track. So here it is again. And what I did, simply I used the out-of-the-box Logic Pro 10 EQ, the channel EQ, and I added some cuts starting at about 190 hertz and going quite low. So let's listen to what that does to this particular track. Off and on. Off, on. So you can hear it does not totally remove the drone, but it removes the bottom end out of the drone. So that when I add the actual processed bass track back in, it really kind of tightens up and really creates a full bottom end. So here are both tracks together. I'll drop the bass out. Now I'll add the bass back in and drop the loop guitar out. And finally both again. Oh, there you have it. A pretty easy way to take one track, split it into two different channels in your DAW software, and process each channel differently to emphasize different frequencies. So hope this has been of help to you. If you have any thoughts or comments, go ahead and add them to the comment area in this video. And I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks a lot.